Hello YouTube, it is I, the special grade sorcerer of the anime manga sphere, SSJ8 Cody. And today, I want to do something a little different. And I want to talk about the show that's actually on my shirt. That's right, I realize I haven't talked about what I've been wearing. I haven't even coordinated an outfit, like I think, ever for any of these videos. But today I want to talk about Hunter x Hunter. And I want to talk about my favorite character in Hunter x Hunter. And I have a little theory that maybe might go with it and why I think it's not really a theory. It's more of like I just have some supporting evidence that I don't want to give off. I don't want to give my reasoning on why I keep saying this character is my favorite character in all of Hunter x Hunter. Because Hunter x Hunter has a bunch of amazing characters in it, ranging from Morel with the giant pipe and the awesome sunglasses, to Netero, who's really old and really strong, to Killua, who's freaking young and an assassin and freaking voiced by, I think, Laura Bailey. And love Laura Bailey, so come on. But for all the characters in Hunter x Hunter, my favorite has to be Pariston Hill. Now, whoa, whoa! I felt that. That was crazy. You all are crazy out there. Okay, I just said he's my favorite. I'm not saying it like there's nothing about the bet. I feel that I enjoy Hunter x Hunter the most when Pariston is on screen. If you would give me a minute to explain why he stands out to me in the cast and what draws me to him, I hopefully you can understand my reasoning on why I think Pariston Hill is one of the best characters in all of Hunter x Hunter. So Pariston Hill's role in the show, of the manga, or if you're watching the anime, is that Pariston is literally a foil. And in a narrative sense, in a literal sense, and like an introspective sense, a foil to of himself. I really like the inner machinations of how he works with the story and characters is freaking genius to me. I love the way he's able to manipulate the Hunter Association in ways that not even the chairman could do. I love that he's able to talk one-on-one to these seemingly incredibly strong people as their equals, if not beneath him. I love the way that throughout the whole series of Hunter x Hunter, no matter the interaction we haven't actually seen Pariston get angry. There's not like an actual like pissed off or like actual like substantive anger. He's always out there to play the game. And I think it's one of the most like amazing like things about his character. I think when you really get into what makes Pariston great, you have to look at why he's doing what he's doing. Pariston's one of the most I want to say manipulative characters in Hunter x Hunter. And I think that's a really good way to put it because when we are first introduced to him, it's not actually like even really him that's introduced. He's first thrown out by not by name, but he's mentioned by Morel. And the first instance is that when they were transporting Chitu back from East Gorto to the Hunter Association, they didn't send the specific hunter out, and that was when Pariston first made his move to get the Chimera Ant hybrids underneath his control so he could have them ready for a two-stage step plan. Crazy that this was already done, not even mentioned by name, but Togashi already had a big plan set for this vice chairman character. We move on and we get to see after Netero's passing, they have to do an election arc, and Pariston, amongst all of the Zodiacs, is hated by every single one of them. And not for the reasons that, well, I was gonna say it's not for the same reasons that Jing is hated, but it almost would seem that they hate Pariston for the opposite reasons they hate Jing, but they are so alike that it's almost seeming like they hate each other for the same. It's like a Venn diagram. They hate each other for a lot of the same reasons, but there's more added on to each side than what there is. So when we see Pariston's first introduction into the story, we see Cheadle and the rest of the Zodiacs being angry with him. He comes in, he sits at the head of the table, and he tries to let them know how all the rules go. And he immediately takes a disadvantageous rule to him because he's willing to take stuff that is disadvantageous to him for the love of the game. He thinks that having something to overcome is fun. He later on in that same arc reveals after the election, he wins. He wins the whole election, but he gives it up. He makes Cheadle his vice president and immediately gives it up and lets her know, I was never playing to win this election or to even do it. It was my last game with Netero because I never even wanted to be the vice chairman in the first place. I just wanted to be a thorn in Netero's side. But every time I said something too silly to him, he smiled and laughed back at me. The same way Pariston smiles and retaliates to everyone else's disadvantageous ideas to him. Pariston embodies more of what Netero was in the world than I think any hunter that we have right now in the world. Maybe Beyond's up there, but Beyond's not a hunter. You know who was? Pariston. Okay, that's pretty But when he lets Cheadle know, do not let this hunter association get boring, or I will really start to toy with you. It's then almost revealed that Pariston truly doesn't have any disdain for anything, and he truly is like Netero in that. But Pariston is out there looking for something that he wants to be angry with. And that one thing he likes to be angry with, and one of the things that also makes Hunter x Hunter, and what makes Pariston, I think, truly one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in Hunter x Hunter, it's Gene Freaks. And let me tell you, Gene Freaks is a bad dad. I get it. It's the meme. He's literally like awful. But when him and Pariston are on panel together and they are at each other's throats because both of them love to play the game to win. Pariston always wanting to find something he hates and willing to do whatever it takes to get something in his way. Gene always wanting what he doesn't have, and he doesn't realize that what he wants is not Pariston to die and be out of the picture, but for his spirits to be crushed completely because he doesn't think Pariston's spirits can be crushed completely. They are two opposite sides of the same coin, and I freaking love it. It is one of the coolest dynamics that Togashi set up after the freaking anime ends, and I'm so sad that no anime viewers have gotten to actually really experience this. Because when Gene goes down to first confront Pariston, when he's teaming up with Beyond Netero, he's like, hey man, are you going to the Dark Continent with him? And Pariston's like, yeah. What, are you gonna join? And Gene's like, send in your 5,000 ants. How did Jing know? That's what Pariston's thinking. And Pariston's like, well, I told Cheadle that she should have reviewed these things, and she didn't. And so my ants are going to take the hunter exam, and they're going to become hunters, and I'm going to have them under my control and have them ruin everything. They're ant hybrids, they know Nen, and I control them all. How crazy is that to think about? Have you ever thought about that? The 5,000 ant hybrids all listen to Pariston. We don't even know what Pariston's power is, or if they listen to him through sheer will alone. But 5,000 ant hybrids under his control, and he was going to send out to go to the Hunter Association. But because they were tipped up by a certain rat, a rat zodiac, and that's important for later. But Pariston was found out. And in finding out, he was like, oh, well, I'm just going to have to keep playing these games. And Gene tells him, well, I'm going to make you play with me until you're begging to stop. And it's the only time Pariston's been challenged, and we see their auras like contesting, almost like their Ren is like seething into the air, which is another reason why I wish we had the anime. But what I think makes Pariston an even more ambiguous and like big bet for me, and why I really like to see him on screen, is that I think Pariston is Sheila. And I know it's like a really big theory right now because everyone's like, they look the same. Sheila had the rat ears and Pariston's was the rat zodiac. But now, who is the current rat zodiac? That's right. Kurapika. Kurapika and Pariston were both rat zodiacs. Sheila was of the personified rat with rat ears and was the rat eater. And we have never seen Kurapika interact with Pariston after the Kurta massacre. Kurapika never came out to the voting section. He had never seen Pariston's face. It is the one thing I am certain of, that when Pariston and Kurapika meet face to face, we are going to have the confirmation that Pariston is Sheila, and that Sheila was responsible for the massacre of the Kurta clan and leading Krollo and all of the other uh, assassin spiders down the assassin spiders down the wrong road. Oh my god. Imagine me calling them the assassin spiders. But let me know who your favorite character is in Hunter x Hunter. Mine's Pariston. I think it really, like, whenever I see him on screen, it's always the most engaged I am with Togashi's content. The only other time I really feel like that engaged was when um hmm, uh I really liked Hisoka on Greed Island. That was a really good moment. I really like Kurapika in this recent upcoming arc, but I really want to hear who y'all's favorite character is. So let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and have an awesome day.